All right, Devin, we have a very, very, very special guest here to talk about a very special topic. So, in section one, we talked about vitamins giving you life. And now we want to talk about micro dosing drugs, which I think is the other side of the same coin. So, people are saying make life livable, not by a lot of drugs, but by little drugs. we have Anyways, we have Janíce Rodriguez, Chicago-based comedian, here with us. Give it up for Janíce! So, last year there was a very spicy Twitter thread. It wasn't even spicy. A very annoying Twitter thread by this Twitter user, name on screen. Normally I would give names an effort, but this guy's head is so far in his butt, I'm not even going to try.
Yeah, like let's not promote this guy.
Right? So he was doing an acid trip and he realized that what did he say? Let's at least read the first tweet. I'll give you that, QC. A few days ago, I took a medium dose of acid and wrote for several hours straight and admitted some things to myself, mostly about money. Let's start here. Last August, my mom gave me $100,000 for my birthday. I resented her for this, and I also suppressed that resentment. And then he goes down a long list of like all the bad things, all the ways he fumbled life being a highly privileged rich kid and he can't find happiness. And instead of going to therapy, he's just microdosing drugs and thinks that's the solution to his problem. The second one we have up here is Professor Carl Hart. Ooh, names are tough. He admits to using heroin in small amounts for short periods of time to relax, gain clarity, and all that good stuff. And he's like very pro, like, yeah, everybody got to get on that heroin train, or at least not like criminalize it for everyone. So jump in.
Yeah, no, I was thinking about this. So I think it's kind of a swindle, but for different reasons. Like first guy and second guy. So QC and then Professor Hart, who I actually am pretty familiar with, and I've seen him speak on different things.
Really?
And he's actually, yeah, and he's I've seen him on several it's like specific things about African American politics, and because I recognize him. He's a well-known guy. I did not know about the heroin use, so I'm here for it, learning some new stuff. But I guess that's what it is. Am I here for it? I don't know if we should be promoting the heroin, because everybody I know who's ever done it, it's ruined their lives. So I think in the greater context he's talking about is like more the decriminalization. And now Twitter guy, I can't get, he had an acid trip and now he feels like he's awakened and like he's one of the middle class now? No, like, sorry, am I supposed to feel bad for you? Like, oh, mommy didn't hug me enough, or mommy hugged me too, didn't hug me enough but gave me a lot of money. I'm sad. What? No, I'm sorry. So I don't know what the purpose of Twitter guy was. He like trying to get us to feel for him? Like, what was the point of putting that out there? I feel like it's so embarrassing.
Girl, honestly, I'm surprised it's still up there because I think this came out. When was this tweet? This tweet
It's like July.
July, of this year. God, that felt like 10 years ago.
Right?
Anyways, it's still up. And I remember getting a migraine and then blocking it out of my memory until I was like going through my Twitter bookmark looking for scams for the show. And you know what? I agree with you. I feel like the idea of promoting microdosing drugs is a swindle. I think one, it's a swindle to help white people and privileged people feel good about their recreational drug use. Because when poor people are trying to escape the traumas in their life, it's like, oh, you a bum, you risking it all. Nah, you a bum, you risking it all. I'm already at the bottom. But that said, as a person who has like family history of drug abuse and mental illness, I do not feel comfortable dabbling in the dark arts. I just sit on the sideline going, wonderful for
What if I get some
y'all.
Ouija board? You're like, I gotta stay away from that. Well, good
No,
that you
no.
know that.
Well,
Right. But thank you. This is a good, I'm glad you pulled these two examples because these are good, opposites where it's like the professor's talking about it more like in the criminalization. I'm like, again, why can't we've been taught as people of color, like, don't mess with that. You're gonna have a crackhead. And now I've got this guy saying, I just have this enlightenment.
no.
Because there's like this whole thing with particular thought. No, I like what you said about, because I think these are like polar opposites. And like we don't have the privilege as people of color to like use drugs as a like you said, like we can't just dabble. Like look at how many people are in jail for stuff that is now legal,
Or even like,
and it's just like
find clarity in life. Sorry, I'm cutting you off.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
No. Like you said, if a poor person in a hood said, I smoke weed to try and figure out which college I should go to, people wagging fingers. But
Yeah.
like, I don't know, is someone else who's kind of out there trippy. I don't want to name names because lawsuits. If a more known celebrity rich person was like, I microdose drugs to figure out what my next film is going to be, everyone's like, oh,
So
yes.
creative. No, totally. Exactly. And that's the whole drug war. It's like totally racist. And on top of that, because I don't know why I went on the rabbit hole, down the rabbit hole the other day on Reddit about ayahuasca. So are you familiar with ayahuasca? So
yes,
that's another thing, because also
fans.
The big thing about that now, it's like, okay, this is like this native indigenous thing for, native people of South America, particularly, I believe, even Peru. And it's just been bastardized into like something. Exactly. It's like some things like confused white people do. And like, cool. I love people working on themselves and I love everybody. So, you know what I mean? But it's just like, okay, you took something that was actually very spiritual and then it's like anything to do with drugs, but it's okay. Like, it's totally okay if they do it. But there's this judgment and this over policing and this over, if we do it. So yeah, I would be really careful with, and I think that's kind of what the professor's bringing up. Like, this is BS. And so he's coming out like, yeah, I microdose heroin, works for me. Is it that bad? I don't know. You got to, let's follow up with you in 20 years. I don't know. I mean, it can't be any worse than like the oxy. I mean, it's the same thing.
Right.
I got people taking that. That goes back to that. What's the difference between him and a guy who's like taking oxy? It's literally the same amount of, what do you call it? Narcotic? I should know more about drugs.
Bro,
but yeah.
Researching for this show, I learned that some people with ADHD are prescribed meth. And I was like, what?
Yeah. Different doses. No. This is what I'm saying. All this stuff is like based in like, people, they would just prescribe cocaine back in the 30s and 40s. And so that just goes back to that original thought, like, when did this turn bad? There's always going to be people who drink too much. Other people who eat too much. There's always going to be, is there benefits there that we just like, don't explore because, I don't know. It's very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And there you have it, folks. Rated
Swindle?
Scam, swindles. Yeah, Swindle.
We did Swindle.
Yeah. Okay, Janíce, tell us what scams you want us to buy into.
Thank you. I am the scam. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. I'm Janíce Rodriguez. I am a comedian, writer, and, wannabe writer. Onicia is trying to push me. She's like, just open up just do it.
If you microdose drugs, you would.
Is that it? Is that the final? Right. Like this guy, he like wrote an opus. He wrote the next, Homer, whatever. I can't even think of it. Iliad. Thank you, Janíce. Jesus. I'm sorry, guys. I microdosed this morning. Hey, joke. I am individually a comedian, so you can follow me on JaníceVRodriguez.com. I also produce a show that features and really highlights Latinx talent in Chicago, and that is Las Locas Comedy. So you can see that, LasLocasComedy.com, and on all the socials, Las Locas Comedy. Yeah. So just follow me, find me. I'm JVR Speaks on Instagram and Twitter, and I don't tweet enough. So that's my scam. Somebody else
Scam is I
tweeting for
want
me
you to follow me for 0 tweets.
for zero
Into
content.
my
Yeah, or
life.
zero insight into my life. Right. Exactly. That's the plan.
Perfection. Yeah. Okay, Marks, that's all the time we have for you today.
Please like, comment, share, and be sure to report us to the Department of Healthcare Services.
The DHCS. I'm Onicia Muller. That's Dr. Onicia Muller at oniciamuller.com/PhD, MD, MA on Twitter.
And I'm Devin Whitlock on Twitter at Devin Agonistes. That's DEVINAGONISTES. I only have a bachelor's.
No. But that's all you need to sell essential oils. So you're well on your way. Join us next week and the season finale as we share 2 very, very delicious art scams. But if you want more scams now that may or may not be art related,
check out our previous episode on dangerous writing app and public libraries
with our special guest, Joyce McIntosh. Yeah. The links and information will be in the description box or the show notes.
You can find bonus content, more episodes, and multiple ways to send us your banking info and social security number and whatever other HIPAA violations you'd like at oniciamuller.com/scams.
Yeah, that's scams with 3 S's. And also, please remember when you donate to this campaign, if we get to $300, I will go without lotion for a week and you will get a blog with photos. But if we make it to $600, I will go without lotion for a week and you will get live video of me dying. And what's the opposite of decomposing? Dehydrating and crumbling.
And if we get up to 900, I will have to also go without lotion for a week, and you'll get to watch both of our desiccated corpses knock at you live.
Right? Black don't crack. We shall see. Anyways, bye.